Try to make me go to rehab. I said no, no, no. Yes, I've been black, but when I come back, no, no, no. I ain't got the time. Now my daddy thinks I'm fine. Just try to make me go to rehab. I won't go. I'd rather be at home where it's
Fuck, man. Hey. Oh. So I drank a lot, and not that it's a good thing, but I don't think you can ever really totally give up drugs and still function. I don't really want to go to any of these stupid meetings. The only thing I did is my concession to the rest of society that I don't affect their lives in any way, shape, or form from my alcohol or drug use is I stay at home and do my alcohol and drugs. I don't really buy into the whole fucking 12-step bullshit apologizing to people, because most people have done horrible things themselves, and usually the stuff that maybe you have done to them one way or shape or form, they deserved anyway. So I really don't buy into that. I don't believe in this fucking bullshit polite society that we're trying to make up. I don't get it. I think it's fucking stupid. If you don't like something, you should have the freedom to say that's fucking stupid and that sucks. You should have the freedom to say that without getting, you know, reprimanded for some reason. We should still be allowed to have opinion in this country, but you can't in the workplace anymore, because the workplace is now some sort of Nazi fucked up regime where they try to turn you into this fucking automaton that will bend to the corporate master's will in order to put out an image that they want to put out that isn't fucking real anyway. And I work for one of those places, so I know. And I've worked for several of those places in the past, which is why I was fired from, I would say, more than several places in the past. The thing I fucking hate about this country is it cannot, in any way, shape, or form, it claims to, this country is the greatest irony in the United States. It claims to be the freest nation, and we do whatever, and we will sacrifice whatever for freedom. Yet, when you get here, guess what? There's certain kinds of freedom. There's different definitions for it over here. It's a very convoluted sort of, you know, so basically, if you come here, if you don't want to be free in the way we want you to be, or the powers that be want you to be free, you're not free. Case in point, if you, let's say the gay marriage, whatever, you want to have that thing now. There's some states that are, you know, recognizing they're okay with it, but who cares? But I can't go to the store and buy pot. Stupid. Should we stop the whole other myth on the other end even with the medicinal people who were there's in the states where you're allowed to have marijuana dispensaries? I mean, how many of these people are actually sick? I mean, I understand some people have cancer, and I mean, by all means, they should be able to get weed, but a lot of them don't. I mean, what's sort of restless leg syndrome? That's a reason you could probably get a marijuana card in California or one of these states. I mean, what's the fucking point? I don't get pot because I'm actually sick. I don't, because I want to get high. That's the reason you buy. That's the reason you usually smoke weed. That's the reason at least 99% of people smoke pot. It's not because they have a terminal disease. I don't understand this whole thing. It's like, why can't we just start the debate with, yeah, I like to get fucked up in the way people like to drink and get fucked up, etc. So, and that's all we're coming from, rather than try to like sell weed on the, okay, well, you know, we just, some people have certain anxiety. And if you're smoking pot because you have some kind of anxiety issue or you have anxiety attacks, you should not be smoking pot if you have an anxiety attack. Okay, if you're someone who is very anxiety prone, you're fucked, okay? Because I can't imagine someone with any kind of really severe anxiety disorder experiencing the... I mean, I've had the paranoids smoke. I've had the noids smoking weed, okay? I know what they are, and they can be pretty intense, and I manage to handle it. Someone with an anxiety disorder would be a fucking nightmare for them. I don't understand why they would be smoking weed for that reason. It doesn't make any damn sense. Just take Valium. I don't know. Go with pharmaceuticals. But, you know, pot is an intense drug. It can, or whatever you want to call it, herb. But it has some intense effects on some people, especially really good stuff. And if you haven't smoked it in a while and you smoke it, it'll knock you off your ass. But as long as you're home, no problemo. Just stay the fuck home. Don't go the fuck outside with that shit. And don't even leave your house if you're drinking too much, man. Who wants to hang out in bars anyway? They're full of stinky-ass fucking drunks and opportunists and just, you know, you don't want to be around those people when your judgment is poor anyway. Especially after you leave the bar and you encounter a police officer and you really, really, really don't want to... You don't want to impair a judgment at that point in time, because the only thing you should say to an officer is, "Can I help you, officer? Is there a problem, officer?" And then you shut up after that. You let them do whatever the fuck they want, because that's the only way you're going to get out of that situation, or at least minimize any damage to your life. I watch these stupid, I watch campus cops or cops and these fucking idiots. They start challenging the cops on certain laws, start lecturing them like they're a fucking lawyer. It's like, even if you are right, which you probably maybe, I'm sure, doesn't mean you need to contest this at this moment in time. It's not going to work in your favor, okay? Oh, fuck, man. I really just fucking hate everything at this point. I hate this fucking election. I can't believe Rick Santorum and Mitt Romney had any support whatsoever. They're both psychotic. Well, Rick Santorum is psychotic. He's an evil little fucker. But Newt Gingrich, he actually thinks he can get elected president? Is he that fucking... He must be high. There's no way anyone could vote for Newt Gingrich. He wants to colonize the moon. Whoa, let's colonize the moon. Why? I want to live on the fucking moon in this, like, sort of bubble city or whatever the fuck they create there. Like, we can even afford that shit at this point. Maybe if we didn't bankroll these goddamn wars, you can have your magical fucking Buck Rogers moon city, but, you know... The only thing the moon is for fucking with our tides and keeping our gravity and all that stuff aligned. And it's to orbit around, and it's to look cool and drive us nuts. I don't know, but no, I don't buy into that shit at all. Not one fucking bit. So I'm not gonna have any transitional jokes the next bit round, but I'm engaged. I'm living with a nurse, and it's one of the number one, or at least one of the top few sex fantasies is the nurse fantasy. And I live with a nurse, and she comes home and she talks about how her night went, because she works third shift, and her job is horrifying. It's like, well, last night some homeless person came in who was beaten up by a bunch of drunks, and he defecated all over the ER, and we had to get security down there, and we had to clean that up, and then someone came in, and they had been in a car accident, and some pipe from the truck in front of them impaled into their skull, yet they were still alive, even though it was in their fucking cerebral cortex, and we had to go, oh, just fucking stop, Jesus fucking Christ. I didn't need to know every horrible thing that happened, and that's, on top of it, it just ruins the whole, I have actually lived with a nurse, and it just ruined the whole nurse sex fantasy for me, and that's the worst part of it, I think. aside from all the horrible things that actually happen to those people, but in any case, life happens. Take care.